Flame gang, what it do, bro? Let me cut this out. Just too much light. Too much. Oh man, that might be just enough light. I'm tripping. Hold on, that might be just enough extra light we need. I'm gonna give y'all some time right now, man. This New Year's, we count down. I know y'all ain't working, so stop playing with me. I know ain't nobody busy, so stop playing with me. Go get you some snacks. Get your sip on. I don't know what I'm sipping on, but buddy named El Charo. You know, I only drink tequila, you feel me? What I drink is some El Charo right now, you feel me? Go get your snacks real quick, you feel me? Get whatever you sipping on, because we thugging, you feel me? We're going to bring in this New Year together like this right here, you feel me? EMINEM got a New Year's Eve special. So we finna vibe out, get our sip on. I got my black cup. You got yours? Finna get our sip on and see what the homie talking about in this interview, right? I think that's the full interview. They say it's 36 minutes. I ain't even gonna play with y'all like that. Hold on. It says 36 minutes. So this New Year's video probably gonna be long as a bitch, you feel me? But if y'all fuck with the Flame game, if y'all rocking with me, we're gonna get through this, you feel me? He's supposed to be talking about all the disses and all the shots and everything he put in here. You know what I'm saying? He gonna talk about it in this interview. So right now, I need you to like and subscribe to this video. You feel what I'm saying? Like subscribe like right now, cause if I had 1,000 subscribers already, I would have did this live. You feel me? We could have been live right now with y'all playing. Come subscribe. Like, do I play with y'all? Like, come on now. Let's rock with. Let's do what we do when we do it. You feel what I'm talking about? Let's get it.
What's up, hoes? It's Eminem, and unfortunately, I'm taking you through every fucking trash song.
Oh no, hold on. This nigga call me hoes. I was in the middle of my potato wedges. You used to call me some what's up, hoes? I'ma headbutt your ass when I see you, bro.
8:45 to close out 2020.
What's up, hoes? It's Eminem, and unfortunately, I'm taking you through every fucking trash song on my Music to Be Murdered By Side B Deluxe Trash Edition. They come at me with machine guns, they trying to fight up a net.
Let's get into this.
Ooh, why did he do that? Why did he end that? He said that and then ended with that.
Every fucking trash song on my Music to Be Murdered By Side B Deluxe Trash Edition. They come at me with machine guns, they trying to fight up a net.
Child.
Let's get into this celebration starting right now.
What up, people? It's Great Rizzy. We out here right now, Shade 45, and we got a special for you right now. Look, we closing out the year real big, and I don't know how I get a bigger guest than this right here. The boss is in the building. EMINEM, what's going on, my brother? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. You know, especially that we,
You know, like when you do it in the studio and like people are clapping and shit. Like,
hey, there's this claps going on all over the place right now, man. But you know what? I want to clap for you because you were able to give us some more music, man. Music to Be Murdered By. Side B is here now, the deluxe. I guess the first thing that I would start with is what made you decide to drop a deluxe on us?
you know, being recording music. So like the whole quarantine thing and all that. Like I write all the time anyways, and I'm a lab rat, so I'm in the studio all the time. But there was really.
Y'all told me that. Even though we didn't get through the whole album yet, which we gonna do. Like I plan on coming in the New Year with no game. In the New Year with no games. You dig what I'm saying? We finna go full-fledged with it. But y'all told me he got a lot of COVID-19. Excuse me. He got a lot of COVID-19 references to it. And he said he been in the house cooped up since COVID-19 been just writing.
All the time anyways, and I'm a lab rat, so I'm in the studio all the time. But there was really nothing for me to do but write. So, you know, I just started recording songs, and I was like, I had the idea to do a B-side, as I think like the first 2-3 songs that I had recorded kind of started seeming like they were heading towards that way. So I just kind of based everything around it again and put it together.
Wait a minute, you saying the first 2-3 songs you recorded, you realized that this was gonna be a 20-something song album, nigga? Off of 3 or 4 songs, you knew it was gonna be 20-something songs on the album? Bro, is that what this man just said, bro?
I think like the first 2-3 songs that I had recorded kind of started seeming like they were heading towards that way, so I just kind of based everything around it again and put it together conceptually.
I need to wrap my head around this because I didn't realize this until I actually read it, that this was like your 3rd surprise release in about 2 years. You know, like obviously
Until you read it, where the fuck you been? Under a rock? Like, they have been dropping surprise albums. Like, this is the 3rd surprise album, ain't it? Because he said he was going to drop Relapse. I don't know. That, until you read it, that pissed me off. Hold on.
I need to wrap my head around this because I didn't realize this until I actually read it, that this was like your 3rd surprise release in about 2 years. You know, like obviously the music industry is changing, but what made you decide just to drop it on people? The only reason why I even knew maybe a few days ahead was because
his third surprise. Like, he surprised us with Kamikaze first, right? Like, how you saying you didn't know this till you read this? And like, what?
Started seeing the Alfred Hitchcock pictures all over social.
I mean, for me, I feel like, you know, I don't know this to be true, but I feel like when I talk about an album that's coming out, like if I give people, you know, notice and they start seeing the track list or they know it's coming, I feel like my best shot at avoiding some of that is to just drop it. Instead of, you know, people thinking to themselves like, well, you know, well, if he don't have a song about this, then I ain't fucking with it. If he's got a song with this person, I ain't fucking with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it kind of gives everybody too much time to think about it and their expectations of what they think it should be. And I'll never meet that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the theory that I based it off of ever since, I think, Revival.
Just put it out there. Was it like...
Yo, on some real shit, that make dumbass sense, right? Excuse me, because check this out, right? I never thought about it like that. Because that's what he did on the last album when everybody trashed it, right? Because that's what Joe Budden said. He was like, when Eminem said he was finna drop an album, he was looking at the track list and was like, this is trash. And then everybody was doing their opinion. I was like, why he doing a song with him? Or why he doing a song with her? And then it just, like, you just voice your opinion before you even heard the album, right? Which it makes sense. So that's like, because I'm going to put it in hindsight, right? That's like somebody saying they finna come out with a new Facebook or something. And then they come down and it tell you everything it's gonna have. And then you already picking it apart. Be like, nah, cause the old Facebook had this, but this ain't, you know what I'm saying? Or even if you're an Instagram person, be like, yeah, somebody coming out with a new Instagram, and they come and they showing you what's off in the middle of new Instagram, and you picking it apart, be like, no, the old Instagram was better than that. It had this and it had that and that. So that kind of makes sense, bro, on why you would drop a surprise album. Like, somebody right there, they just slide another, cause that's how Instagram was. It was another Facebook, but they just made it better. Cause on Facebook, when you make a video and you got music in the background, they flag it. But on Instagram, they don't. It'd be crazy, bro. That make kind of sense, though, if you think about it.
Everybody too much time to think about it and their expectations of what they think it should be, and I'll never meet that. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the theory that I based it off of ever since, I think, Revival.
Just put it out there.
There you go, Revival. That was the last album he told people that was coming, and he put the track list out before the album came. and all of that. That was the last album he did on. Okay.
I based it off of ever since I think Revival.
Just put it out there. Was it like, I guess the time wise, how long did it take to put it together? And was it a long process to get to these 13 songs and 3 skits, 16 in total?
It did take, like, a lot of times I think that when there's space between albums for me, it's usually because I'm doing something. I might be doing features for this person or that person, or working with one of our artists on Shady. You know what I'm saying? But these past couple of years, I want to try to give every single thing that I have to this shit. That's been my main focus, I think, since Revival, is to just keep cooking, because a lot of times some of these songs would have been used for, if we had a greatest hits album or something, you know, to put it on or some shit like that. And there's 2 songs on that. Like we did the Shady 15 thing. I had a couple of songs on that. Instead of doing side projects like that, I kind of just focused on my own solo albums.
So look, we start off the project with Black Magic with Skylar Grey. Obviously, you two guys, I should say you gentlemen and that gentlewoman over there, you guys have worked together over the years and always deliver great projects. She starts.
She's not
a gentleman.
No.
Is she not gentle? Like, she's harsh?
Yeah, she's really fucking mean to me. So let me say this, and I know I tell her this all the time, but she's like, I've had the privilege of working around a lot of fucking talent. You know, it still gets me, like, it's still crazy to me sometimes when I'm working with Dre and I'm looking at Dre like, you're fucking Dr. Dre. But Skylar is one of the, she has to be, I don't know how to say this, top 5 of the most talented people I've ever worked with, but I've worked with so many talented people. But the rate of speed that she works at, A, being able to write it, and B, being able to sing it, and to sing it that powerful, like, she's an amazing talent.
That, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I never heard, like, her album or nothing like that, but when she on the song with Eminem, hey, Skylar Grey got pipes, bro. She be singing like a motherfucker, bro. She got that, like, dark singing. It captures you, bro. It's like she with the shit. She remind me of, like, Pink. Like, you know when Pink sing and, like, that shit be, it punch in your soul type shit, you feel me?
Wears a lot of different hats. She's able to approach songs from angles that I didn't see coming, and also hit notes that I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't expect it to go there. And then it's like, it was weird to me, and then the second time I hear it, I love it. She's amazing, and her talent level is off the charts.
You know, after hearing you describe it like that, it's no wonder why you went ahead and kicked off the project with Skylar Grey on Black Magic.
The explanation is, I was trying to give a reason of why you heard the female dying in the beginning of the last record. So it was to tie that in conceptually, but it's left to interpretation whether it's an actual female or it's the rhyme, and the rhyme is trying to kill me or I'm trying to kill the rhyme, and when I wake up, like, it's all a dream. So it's, the lines are blurred. You know, it's open to interpretation, but it ties in with the original skit in the beginning of side A. Right,
I'm glad you did. I'm very glad you did. Shit, it's not just me. It's every.
Side A, like that Sade screaming, like this. Well, I can't see the singer because the singer is her name different, but it's a group. The whole band name is Sade. But is that what he said?
Open to interpretation, but it ties in with the original skit in the beginning of side A. Right,
I'm glad you did. I'm very glad you did.
Side A, okay. You know, Eminem got that accent. That motherfucker say some shit, you think it's something totally different. He's saying side A.
Yeah, it's not just me, it's everybody. It's glad you did. And you know what? This is what I want to do. I want to get to the music right now. We have Black Magic with a collaborator who is family, Skylar Grey. We're going to get into that. We're going to be right back. We got Eminem with us, Shade 45. Hey, Eminem, let me ask you this question when it comes to the title, because you have Music to be Murdered By, you know, side B. And a lot of times in hip hop, people know that really strong songs on the project are the B-sides, man. Did you intend for that with the title?
I was just trying to at least match the caliber of the last one. So for me, it's like once I felt like it started shaping up to be what it needed to be, at least for me. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but like when it felt like that, then it felt like it was time to put it out.
So Eminem, we got
that shit. I hate when he do that. You know everybody was ecstatic about this album. So when you say, for me, I don't know how, but I kick you in your ass, damn. Stop playing. You know everybody was anticipating for your ass to drop an album. Stop playing, bro. Stop playing, Em. Damn, bro. That modest shit, bro. Just say you that nigga, bro. Just tell him you that nigga, bro. Damn.
To be what it needed to be, at least for me. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but like when it felt like that, then it felt like it was time to put it out.
So Eminem, we got a lot of new talent that's on this right here, Music to Be Murdered By, Side B. One of those people are Ty Dolla $ign, and I think a lot of fans are excited to see you two come together. But my question is,
that's that favorite bitch. I did that. Go on my channel. If you subscribe, I did. That's that favorite bitch, bro. That's the track with Ty Dolla $ign. I did a reaction on that. Stop playing and go watch it.
like, how did you two come together? What made you want to work with him?
Well, I've been a fan of his for a while now. I think like, you know, he pops up on my YouTube feed a lot because I'm always looking at what's new, what's out, and shit like that. So a lot of times his videos will pop up. And the one that really caught my ear that was like sealed it for me was the All Mine joint that he did with Kanye, where he's singing the falsetto shit. It was so crazy, and I was like, yo, I gotta have it. But I had to have the right song first before I approached him with it. Yeah, man, he's nuts. The fucking harmonies he does and shit, like he's out of his mind.
Well, I'm glad that you two work together. We're going to get to a song with him in a little bit, but I think I was reading somewhere where the playful Eminem is back, and it's on Alfred's theme. And there's just like this, I don't even know how to put it. Like, even when you're rhyming and you stop and you're talking, and you just kind of wash your hands, the birthday song and all that stuff. Very of today, everything that everybody's going through. Shit, I'm taking 30.
I called that. I told y'all when you a kid, they tell you to sing the happy birthday song when you wash your hands. That's how you know you wash your hands real good. Childish. He childish as hell for that one.
And all that stuff. Very of today. Everything that everybody's going through. Shit, I'm taking 30 seconds to wash my hands with the happy birthday song. Yeah. Is this like the, I don't want to say your comfort zone, but I think this is the fit. You know, fans love Eminem overall, but this Alfred's theme song is just something about it that makes everybody smile.
Well, I want to say this. It was Paul's idea to flip that beat. So Paul was like, yo, what if you took the Alfred theme and made a beat out of it? I did. And originally, that was actually the first song I recorded for the B-side. Originally, we had talked about maybe just throwing it out there. But then once I started like getting, you know, honing in on where I wanted to go, the direction and shit, it started just kind of becoming its own album. You know, it also tied in with the first one so well.
I'm glad you flipped it. I'm glad you listened to Paul, and we're going to have all the listeners listen right now. It's Alfred's theme. Eminem is in the building. Music to Be Murdered By, Side B. I want to get into this song, Tone Deaf, because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in 2020, and again, you touch on so many points. D-Nice to the rescue. You're talking about just cancel culture.
Is that the beat for Tone Deaf? That shit sound hard as hell. Hold on.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's been going on in 2020, and again, you touch on so many points. D-Nice to the rescue. You're talking about just cancel culture. There's so much that is in this project. But when we're talking about Tone Deaf, let's just talk about D-Nice for a second. You said that you watch stuff on YouTube. I know that you tapped in. Have you been watching what's been going on Instagram and seeing how much he kind of saved the summer?
Yeah, man, but I've been a big fan of D-Nice, man. I was a fan from, I was really locked in on his verse from Self-Destruction as a kid, and his first two albums, the D-Nice to the Rescue, that one, the second album, I know that album by heart, front to back. Like he had the Crazy Tretch feature on there and shit. Is he still rapping? Like, I don't know if he's still.
Nah, he's totally into DJing now. Like, call me D-Nice, he might play.
I'm telling you, I guarantee you, if he jumped back in it, he could do it, and he could do it really fucking well. Because one of the best things to me about D-Nice was not only his pockets, but his delivery. The way he said the shit, he had one of the, to me, top deliveries of all time. His voice was like one of the things that got me the first time I heard him. It's like super commanding, like Chuck D or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
with D-Nice, switching from that, man, let's talk about cancel culture too. Like, could you? It's a big jump from when you first came into the game to say 2020 right now, and it seems like the littlest thing people are willing to jump out there and cancel you. But you cover this in this song. What made you put this in the song?
I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, with me, it's literally like every other day. You know, I'm canceled for whatever the fuck it was. And then it's like, it's funny because I see some of the same people or sites that bitched about things back then that I said, and then going back now and saying, why can't he be that again? What the fuck? When I was that, you had a problem with that too. I understand some of the shit, but
ooh, that's a bar. That's a bar. For some of the people that was hypocrites, bro, that's exactly what they are. Y'all was talking so crazy when Eminem was talking this way. But then when he came out when trying to be more mental and be more social, like everybody else, more conscious, y'all didn't like it. Y'all said, nah, go back to that other one. You just said you didn't like that. That's a bar, bro.
That bitched about things back then that I said, and then going back now and saying, why can't he be that again? What the fuck? When I was that, you had a problem with that too. I understand some of the shit, but for the most part, like, for people who just sit online and they feel like they need to bitch about whatever it is just to feel like they're a part of something, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, with cancel culture, is like, no one ever really gets canceled though. So what, you know what I'm saying? Like, when people start saying canceled, okay, well, this rapper's still here, this rapper's still here, or this person in general, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't even have to be rap. But it's just, you know, I don't know, man. I feel like people need to fucking grow a pair.
Yeah, I think I like what you said, and I've said it all the time. You don't like it, don't listen to it. You don't gotta listen.
Yeah.
Right.
But for all the listeners we have out there,
but that's what, like, every music, bro. Like, you think of somebody that listen, because you know a lot of people right now that don't listen to country, but you think they going on the blogs like, country sucks, don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's doing that. You feel what I'm saying? If you don't like it, don't listen to it, bro. That's just what that is. It's only done to hip-hop. It's a lot of people that don't listen to gospel. It's a lot of people that don't listen to soulful music. There's a lot of people that don't listen to jazz, but you don't see them on the blog bashing about it. It's only hip-hop. It's something weird, bro. Something weird.
don't listen to it. You don't gotta listen.
Yeah.
But for all the listeners we have out there right now, this is what I have for you, man. Tone deaf, Eminem. You need to turn this up. Music to be murdered by, side B. Is this the first time you've ever worked with DJ Premier? Because we got a song on here where he's doing the cuts, and you say yes. That shit is blowing my mind. You've never had the chance to work with Premier before on a beat, and this is just with cuts and stuff. How was it for this? I'm sure this is like a gift right now.
Oh well, I've been wanting to do some shit with Premier, and that was one of those things. I just had the idea of what he could scratch, and just having him scratch on the record, like, that's so dope. Like, he gets a feature credit on there. You know what I'm saying? Because Premier is Premier. Like, there's a lot of DJs that might not get a featuring credit. You got Premier on your shit scratching, he's gonna get a fucking featuring credit. That's like one of the best parts about it. I want to make sure you know who I'm talking about at the end of the song. His impact on hip hop and everything from Gangstar to when we do those a lot of ciphers, Premier is usually there providing the beat. And I've always been cool with him ever since I met him. I've always in the back of my mind, like, man, I wish I had something to attach, because he's the fucking OG, man. Like
You can't get much better than Premier on the cuts, and he's a family member. You can listen to him right here on Shade 45 every Tuesday for Headquarters Radio at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 Pacific. What was it like when as soon as I saw the title of the song, Book of Rhymes, the first thing that popped in my head was that line from Nas's first album, and that's the cut right there. Was that your idea? Was it his idea? How did that happen?
I told him the phrases that I wanted him to scratch, and then I just sent him the beat, and he did it. Like, I didn't tell him how I wanted to scratch. I just was like, I like these two phrases. You know, if you could cut these up. Man, he did that shit and sent it back like the next day, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, Premier's one of the pioneers of this shit. You know, and to think 30.
You're telling me this man scratched 2 phrases? What? Say that again.
How I wanted to scratch. I just was like, I like these two phrases. You know, if you could cut these up. Man, he did that shit and sent it back like the next day, and I'm so grateful for that. You know, Premier's one of the pioneers of this shit. You know, and to think 30 some years later, like, he's still as relevant as ever. And the shit he's done with Royce too. You know, the Prime albums, like,
it says a lot. Is this a bucket list for you to be able to work with Premier?
it is. That's definitely one of them.
Well, look, I want to go ahead and say having to sit down with you, my brother, is one of my bucket lists. So I thank you for the time. Let's go ahead and get over to this music, man. We got Book of Rhymes featuring DJ Premier. Eminem's in the building. We were talking about Ty Dolla $ign a little bit earlier, and the song, and you collaborating. The song is called Favorite Bitch, and you personify hip hop as a young lady. We've seen this before. Shout out to Common, with what's the song that he had? Used to Love Her. But in you putting this together, what made you say I'm gonna name it Favorite Bitch, and I'm just gonna lay this out for the people so they understand how I feel about it?
Well, actually, Sly Piper sent me the track. It had the hook on there with the concept, like, favorite bitch. The way that's also him talking in the beginning. That's one of the, like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, I knew what direction to go because of what the chorus was saying. And I super could relate to it because it's one of them love and hate things, Like, my relationship with music is just, sometimes it's fun, sometimes there's parts of it that aren't fun. It's like when a chick is leaving you and you refuse to let her go.
And I know this is going to sound crazy because no man wants to share a woman, but hip hop is so big now, we have to. Is that tough?
Nah, it's not tough at all. Like when I said the line, truthfully, it was never really you and me exclusively, and there's too many new MCs you can choose between, because hip hop is forever changing and it's forever evolving, and I'm always push for that next generation to come up and be great, which is happening. So, but nah, hip hop was and is. I think it's the biggest genre of music now there is.
Absolutely.
Every era in hip hop to me has had its greats. Like, when you go back with G-Rap and Kane and KRS-One, there's been Rakim, there's been so many greats in hip hop. The way it's forever evolving is it's a really cool thing to see.
What's really cool, let's go ahead and get to this music, because I know people want to hear, how did he describe it? Well, you're going to hear it right now. It's Favorite Bitch.
This gotta be like some radio. XM, yeah, it's some radio shit. They playing a song at the interview. Okay.
EMINEM, Music to be Murdered by Side B. Deluxe. I want to get over to this song, man. Guns Blazing with Dr. Dre. Sly Piper is on here as well.
That was actually a record I stole from Dre because he was sending me music and he kept sending me shit. I just kept every time he sent me some shit, I'd be like, yo, this one's crazier than the last one. Like, I don't even know what's the craziest one. And then he sent me that one with the hook and his verse. And I was like, yo, I got to jump on this shit. I was like, yo, Dre, we actually traded a couple of times because I did a couple other songs and shit. And I'm like, yo, you could have the one I just sent you if I could have that one. And we kind of swapped a little bit. It's very.
This man talking about swapping songs with Dr. Dre, bro. This man said he swapped songs with Dr. Dre. Like, bro, you can have that one if I can. Nigga.
Because I did a couple other songs and shit, and I'm like, yo, you could have the one I just sent you if I could have that one, and we kind of swapped a little bit. It's very personal. It's very personal song.
Here we go, people. Guns Blazing, featuring Dr. Dre, Sly Piper. Now, this song right here, there's a lot of questions that I have to this. I'm hearing the new production with DA got
Who is
that dope.
Michelle,
Obviously,
Em?
he was on the original, he's on the deluxe as well. But how did you connect with Bennett from Lyrical Lemonade to go ahead and put the video together for Nat?
Cole Bennett did the last video we shot, Godzilla. You know, going through he's done something. Man, this kid's 23 years old and he's got so much under his belt already. One of the Juice WRLD videos, like you know, he's just the new go-to guy for like, if you want your shit to be crazy. Like the craziest part is usually I have a concept for most of my videos. If we're gonna shoot a video to it, I usually come up with the ideas. I don't think I had, well, I think the only idea I had was to bite the head off the bat. Everything else, like he just, you know, he's got a vision, man, that's crazy because I remember shooting it going, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be all in with this one. And then when he sent it back, I was like, oh shit, this is like better than I thought it was gonna be.
And how about the production too? Like with DA got this dope, because you're starting to work.
Bruh, so you telling me it wasn't your idea to put the damn perm wig on your head? Bruh, you had that perm wig on your head, bro.
This one. And then when he sent it back, I was like, oh shit, this is like better than I thought it was gonna be.
And how about the production too? Like with DA got this dope, because you're starting to work with new producers, new sounds and stuff. Is this something that's difficult for you to do, being that, you know, you might be set in your ways, or is this something that's refreshing for you?
It's probably refreshing because early on in my career, most of my beats, anything that Dre didn't make, most of the other ones I made. It was just a different process back then. But yeah, that's my theory is that I probably can be the best version of me if I just focus on the lyrics.
Copy. This is one of my favorite songs off the project right here. We're gonna get into it, man. It's Nat, Eminem. Yo, what motivates you right now, Em? Because you have a song that's called Higher. And at the beginning of Higher, you say, been around for a while now, not sure how much I have left to prove. And then you pause for a second, you say, yeah, I do. So I'm curious, what is motivating you right now? Because every time you come out, it seems like you go higher, higher, higher. You say that in the song.
As far as things like that motivate myself, like it's just the same thing I've always tried to do, is like make this one better than the last one, you know? But I draw inspiration from all over the place, whether it be from new rappers coming up. I'm always checking for the next dude, the next female, whoever, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like is gonna let me hear that and send me back to the lab. And it's like I don't feel good about myself until I can make something that I think could match the caliber of that, you know. So it's just, I think it's just motivation within myself. But aside from that, like, you know, I'm always checking for Cole's new shit, Kendrick, you know, Joyner. I know I've said that a lot. Young and May. I mean, and all of them have been.
Peep the name drops, bruh. Peep who he listening for, bro.
I'm always checking for the next dude, the next female, whoever, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like is gonna let me hear that and send me back to the lab. And it's like I don't feel good about myself until I can make something that I think could match the caliber of that, you know. So it's just, I think it's just motivation within myself. But aside from that, like, you know, I'm always checking for Cole's new shit, Kendrick, you know, Joyner. I know I've said that a lot. Young and May. I mean, and all of them have been actually around for a little while now. But the YBN Corday.
Music to be murdered by people. Side B, the deluxe edition. Yo, Em, this is crazy. Let me tell you something. I know people give you your flowers all the time. I mean, shit, I'm on your channel right now, Shade 45. But this is really dope to sit down and talk to you about a deluxe version of a song that you put out. I mean, an album that you put out basically in the same year. Have you ever done that before? Have you put out 2 albums at the same time? I don't think so.
I mean, back in the day, it was like, you know, when I first got on, from the Slim Shady LP to the Marshall Mathers, the Eminem Show, one of the reasons, like, I didn't have a lot of side projects going on right there, aside from some of the D12 shit, but that was the, you know, that was the grind. It was like, I make this album, now I gotta go out and tour to promote it. I'm on tour for 6 to 8 months, and I can't even get in the studio.
talking about, like, you know, going back a little bit, you got the song These Demons, and you started off with I want the new but the old Shady. Is your process different? Like, you know, in writing this song right here for These Demons, was there, you know, is there a correlation between the two? You're one person, you feel what I'm saying? But do you approach it differently? You just said back in the day, like, you really didn't write on the road because shit was hard.
Well, a lot of times too on the road, like I didn't even have beats. Like I was making most of my own beats. So unless Dre sent me something, I didn't really have any beats. So that was one of the issues then too. But like I think some of the things that I'm addressing on this album, you know, you mentioned like me having fun, sounding like I'm having fun with the Alfred's theme and tone deaf and shit like that. And I actually am, because honestly, that's the kind of shit that I would much rather do, have to be so serious all the time and talk about, you know, I wish there's issues in our country that I wish weren't happening. You know what I'm saying? So I could be more playful and shit all the time.
Facts, bro. I wish it wasn't that much. Bro, we got so much tragedy. And this man just want to have fun when you rap. That's how it was. Think about everybody else that was rapping, bro. They was rapping because they was getting out of their situation into a better place. But now this man is rapping because of a fucked up situation and is putting them in more of a desperation. I feel like he got to rap about shit that's so dark, bro. Because it's dark times right now.
So serious all the time and talk about, you know, I wish there's issues in our country that I wish weren't happening. You know what I'm saying? So I could be more playful and shit all the time. But like, you know, on that song in particular, you know, you know, the first verse is talking about just, I think what the average listener would expects from me, and then juxtaposed to the others, like no matter which way I go, this person over here is gonna be not happy because I'm trying to please this person, you know, so on and so forth. So it's kind of like that. For me, it's like I've been around for a long time, so it's like, you know, oh, he's already talked about this, he's already talked about that. Okay, well, name any artist in the world, rap or anything, that fucking has been around for a long time and has talked about something before. You know, there's only so many subjects you can actually even fucking talk about. But for me, like on this record, I feel like I wanted to address some of the police brutality shit, you know, and, you know, I'ma always let you know where I stand with that.
There you go. Straight like that, nigga. Like, name any artist that really put their life on the line. Name any artist, bro, other than EMINEM that went toe-to-toe with the president. Numerous of presidents, bro. Not just one. Numerous, bro. He went toe-to-toe with presidents, bro. Name any other artist that did. Name any artist that went against the president with his police brutality out. Did Snoop do it? Hell no. Kick yourself in the ass, dumbass, while you running your gut. It's a new year. Be positive. That's what we're doing right now. Play the game. Sorry, I just got upset.
On this record, I feel like I wanted to address some of the police brutality shit, you know, and, you know, I'ma always let you know where I stand with that. It's great for me when I can have fun with shit, but like I said, sometimes I gotta get serious and fucking talk about things that bother me, you know, whether, and even if people do, oh, well, he's, you know, he's better when he's funny, he's better when he's playful, he's better when he's this, he's better when he's that, you know, okay, but I need to talk about this shit.
I got this song right here, These Demons, featuring Maj. Now, how did you two connect for this song? Because Maj was fairly new, right?
Well, I found out about Maj through Paul. Kind of started going down the wormhole and checking this shit out, like earlier this year. Always liked what he did, you know what I'm saying? Like, so when the subject came up of this hook, like I told Paul, I was like, yo, what about Maj? And he was like, we could get him probably, you know, we have to call him or whatever. And I know that he signed the Def Jam. That's how I found out about it. He was signed the Def Jam and Paul put me up on it. Called him and asked him to do it. He did, he turned it around. Like, I feel like, I think that I think he's definitely about to pop though, because, and that's one of the things I told him on the phone, because like if you look at his videos now, he probably got, from the last time I saw, 200 some thousand, you know what I'm saying? So he's bubbling right now, and I think that he's definitely gonna pop. He's too good not to, so I was one of the first ones that was up on it. I know I wasn't literally one of the first ones, but I'm saying, like, you know, there's something that's dope about that to me. So that when I see them blow up, I get satisfaction knowing that, you know, I was on it early, and I told you, yeah, man.
Dope. Smart move, Maj. Smart move. Music to be murdered by, people. Side B, the deluxe edition. I'm not gonna call this halftime. I just want to know how you're gonna deal with this, man, because you have two brothers, Royce the 5'9" and Alchemist. They've been nominated for a Grammy. This is like seeing two of your brothers go for the championship. What's the feeling like? And B, I'm not gonna ask you who you're rooting for, because I know you want both of them to win. But what's the first thing you're gonna say to the winner?
Give me it. Give me your Grammy. Nah, I don't know, man. I'm happy that they're both like it's great for me to be able to sit back and watch that, because both those guys are so fucking talented. And it's like, you know, I've been saying that I wish that they would get more shine. And I think that this is definitely, from my point of view, a step in the right direction as far as, you know, with the Grammys. It seems like they're at least trying to get it right. I'm happy for both of them, and regardless of either one of them, if they win, they're still Grammy nominated.
You have this song, She Loves Me. Now that we know that you love your brothers, and, you know, best of luck to both Royce the 5'9" and Alchemist on their projects and for that best rap album category. But you got She Loves Me. This is another relationship kind of song. And you know what, throughout your career, throughout your music and all your albums, there always seems to be relationship stuff that's in there, man. She loved me, but really she loves my not, you know, the money that's there. You're not stupid about the whole situation. Why did you put something like this on the project?
Oh, I don't know. I just, that was a song that Dre gave me the beat to, and it just one of those, that hook I think popped in my mind first. And, you know, it's just talking about typical, like, meeting a chick backstage and them saying, like, you know, it's you that I really care about, or, you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah. But yeah, that's one of those playful kind of relationships. I mean, at least I didn't kill her in the end. She didn't get murdered. So
this is true. This is true. I feel like this is a good chance for cats that just have no idea what the hell is going on. This is an educational moment. This is a teaching moment for them.
Yeah, right.
Let's get to it, man. It's Eminem with She Loves Me off Music to Be Murdered by Side B. The deluxe is out there right now. Go get that. You have another song that's produced by DA Got That Dope, which is Killer. We mentioned him a little bit earlier, and he was on the original version of Music to Be Murdered by. What is it like? I think people take this as an honor when they have the chance to work with you multiple times. But then being able to work with you on multiple projects that are, you know, so close together. What did he do? Like, what was the thing where you say, you know what, I want to bring him back to work on this part right here?
He's always sending me beats. He's always sending me beats, and it's like he just, you know, I don't know how much better he could possibly get, because but it's like he just keeps getting better. You know, he's at the top of my list as far as producers right now, like absolutely at the top of my list. So yeah, he's always sending me shit. A lot of times it'll be like if I'm listening to a beat and I can't, sometimes it takes me a second to figure out which one I like the best to lock in on. So sometimes I'll write a verse to one, and then write a verse to another beat, and then start putting them together, knowing that I'm gonna do that from the beginning. Like, I think these 3 beats would sound crazy. For Nap, that's one of the reasons that the beats keep switching up.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's because I couldn't really figure out which one to lock into, so I locked into all 3 and then just put them together. But yeah, man, he's crazy, man. He's at the top of his game right now.
Maybe it's fuck you, Eminem. Fuck you, Eminem. Did you just say you just mashed 3 beats together?
I'll write a verse to one, and then write a verse to another beat, and then start putting them together, knowing that I'm gonna do that from the beginning. Like, I think these 3 beats would sound crazy. For Nap, that's one of the reasons that the beats keep switching up.
Yep.
Yeah, it's because I couldn't really figure out which one to lock into, so I locked into all
Killer,
3,
right?
and then just put them together. But yeah, man, he's crazy, man. He's at the top of his game right now.
Maybe it's that Midwest connection, Detroit, Chicago. You know, like I connecting the dots over there.
Possibly.
Possibly. Look, we got Eminem. We're going to get to this song right here, Killer. It's music to be murdered by Side B, the
Killer.
deluxe edition.
We doing
Eminem's
that
in the
next.
building. Keep it live.
I'm reacting
This song
to
that you have is creating a lot of talking. Zeus. The first part, with you apologizing to Rihanna for a leaked verse that got out. You know, I thought it said a lot about you as a man, and you've been on the record about the friendship that you have with Rihanna. But this made it onto the project. Why the apology now?
Well, it was pretty recently that verse had leaked. And honest to God, I told Paulus when it first happened, I was like, first I didn't know how somebody got it. Second of all, I have zero recollection of even remembering doing that verse. Like the rhyme schemes didn't even sound like familiar to me. So I was caught off guard too. I was like, what the fuck? I said that? And that was during early stages of the Relapse record that I was working on. So, it was 10 plus years old, but I'm not making excuses for it. I said it and I was wrong for saying that. It was fucking stupid. A lot of times, especially with the Relapse record, when I first started learning how to rap again because of the drug situation that I went through and having to relearn a lot of things, that was one of those things that it was like, well, if it rhymes, say it. I think that being able to look back, I mean, that's not even an excuse, but I'm just saying that there was a phase I was going through with that Relapse record. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think I just said it because it rhymed, and I'm sure looking back now, I should have thought better of it. It was one of those things that, like I said, I don't even remember recording, but record a lot of songs. So it was like, it's tough sometimes to even, you'd be like, oh shit, I remember that, But
I know a lot of people they're very happy and proud that they.
That's a real one, bro. If you can admit what you did was wrong, bro, you know what I'm saying? Even though, as you saying, at that time, you was like, you said it just because it rhymed together. But the fact that you man enough to be like, bro, that was foul. I should have never said that. That's a real man, bro. And y'all should learn a lot of that from going into 2021.
They got to hear that part from you. That apology on Zeus. There's also a reference where, not even a reference, where, you're talking about or speaking to Snoop in the sense of, he.
Yeah, that's the same track you did Snoop on.
You don't need to be dogged by him. And I didn't know exactly when or where, what did Snoop do that made you put this line in this song?
Well, a couple of months ago, he was doing an interview.
Bro, where the fuck you been? Like, you didn't hear this to that. What the fuck? Bro, like, listen, I respect interviewers, bro, but if you gonna be that, you gonna be woke for the New Year's, huh? That's what you gonna do? You say hi? Can you say hi? Huh? Can you say hi? You say hi to the people? That's one of my twins as well. But bro, what kind of rock you ain't know the diss? That's crazy.
Interview with the Breakfast Club. Somehow my name got brought up and he was saying things about, I'm not in his top 10, and everything he said, by the way, was fine, up to a point. When he I've never said, him saying that I'm not in his top 10 because there's some rappers from the 90s that I can't fuck with. Him saying Dre made the best version of me, absolutely. Why would I have a problem with that? Would I be here without Dre? Fuck no.
And neither would you, nigga. Snoop Doggy Dogg, the dog pound. Neither would you, nigga. I'm sorry, I upset you. Sorry. What's wrong? You hungry? You hungry? I'm gonna take you to your mama. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Baby. to get her mama. I don't got the the lactation devices. You feel me? We almost done.
I wouldn't. The rappers he mentioned from the 90s, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, G-Rap, like I've never said I could fuck with them. I never said that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all, like everything was good until like, it was more like, I think it was more about the tone he was using that caught me off guard because I'm like, yo, where is this coming from? I just saw you. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it threw me for a...
That man just said he just saw him, bro. Stop playing.
Like, I think it was more about the tone he was using that caught me off guard because I'm like, yo, where is this coming from? I just saw you. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it threw me for a loop. Again, I probably could have got past the whole tone and everything, but it was the last statement when he said, as far as music I can live without, I can live without that shit. Now you're being disrespectful for, like, it.
And that man, he said that, bro. Like, it's cool. If you say Eminem, listen. This is my thing. If you say Eminem is not in your top 5, that's cool. But I promise you, he in your top 10. You dig what I'm saying? Now, if you saying that, that's cool, bro. If he not your type of rapper, that's cool. But talk about the music you can do without it. Like, you know how much this man has stood up for hip hop? This nigga supposed to been sniped, bro. He done stood up against so many presidents, bro. He done stood up so much for hip-hop, bro. More than your old fuck dumbass, even though you went to reggaeton, motherfucker. You done went from Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion to Snoop Aristocat. Like, nigga, nobody know who the fuck. We're on a new year, bro. I did it again. I done got upset. This man done stayed hip-hop. And I promise y'all, on a new year, bro, I'm going to do Bitch Please 2. I'm going to do Bitch Please and Bitch Please 2 in the same video, bro. I'm going to do Bitch Please and Bitch Please 2. This is the why Snoop Dogg is mad at Eminem because he killed this nigga with Snoop Dogg on flow. Murdered his ass. Click, click, boom, boom. Murdered his ass.
Just caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that. And people started hitting me up about it. Like, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I didn't know what to do about it at first. Because it confused me because I'm like, yo, bro, same team. We're on the same team. Like, what the fuck? And I have never in my career, my entire career, ever said a disrespectful word about Snoop Dogg. I mean, what the fuck? Like, his impact on hip hop, like, I can't front on that, but it's like, at what point does it start becoming like, okay, now everyone's entitled to their opinion. My top 10, top 5 ain't gonna be the same as his, but everyone's entitled to their opinion, so how could I be mad at that? I wasn't mad about the opinion.
Let me get into the line, right? Because now I'm finna cut deep, right? What he's saying right there is, Snoop, your bitch ass ain't in my top 5 or top 10 either. Bite on that. And then let me be even more clear. Snoop, the only reason why you as popping as you popping is because Dr. Dre and Tupac Shakur. Tell me you'll be where you at without Dr. Dre and Tupac Shakur. You won't. You won't, bro. Let's just state facts, my nigga. Dr. Dre put you on the pedestal. By the time you did that song with Tupac, that boosts you up a little more. That song you did with Tupac was the reason why Master P was rocking with you anyway. Because that momentum you had, bro. Let's keep it a buck, bro.
Opinion. It was after that. It was, that the very last statement was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, damn, dog. Like, really? But, you know, I said what I said. I addressed it. I felt like I said what I needed to say. And
I'm not saying to choose sides, but it definitely is, it's a song that's going to be talked about for a minute, man. This is Zeus, Music to Be Murdered by Side B, the deluxe edition. Eminem's with us.
Like
Shade 45. You know, you mentioned a lot of different things in the project, man. St. Andrews Hall, the shelter. Do you miss being able to spar in those intimate kind of settings and those stages?
I do. It's kind of like an old life that I wish, you know, I could relive parts of. But that was definitely like, you know, there's something special about that time period to me of just being on the grind and in the hopes of being discovered one day, and, you know, the grind that was the battle rap scene and at St. Andrews Hall.
Call him out. He said that he call him out, bro. One of you battle rappers call out Eminem, bro. He finna shit on your face. Diarrhea, boo-boo, nigga. That's exactly what he's saying. He missed that. He want one of y'all to call him out so he can rip through your ass.
The grind in the hopes of being discovered one day, and, you know, the grind that was the battle rap scene and at St. Andrews Hall, the hip hop shop, Ebony Showcase, C-Note. There were so many places that I miss going to. A lot of times, like, I think about, like, you know, you get sentimental with shit. You start getting, like, nostalgic when you think of things like that. And going back to St. Andrews Hall, I don't know, it was probably like 5 or 6 years ago, just made me miss it that much even more, because it was such a landmark for me and Detroit hip hop. Dilla, anybody who's anybody in Detroit was at the shelter. So, like, but yeah, I did. There's definitely parts of it I missed. It was one of those things. It was like wondering if it could happen and how exciting it was to think of it being able to happen. You know, because we had a whole crew, like D12, like everybody, like we all had those kind of dreams, and it was always like, one of us gets on, like, okay, there's 6 of us in the group, so if one of us gets on, that we have 6 times more chance, you know what I'm saying, to get a record deal. And
somebody's gonna kick in the door.
Yeah, and
bro, that's the way, and he did that, bro. Name one of y'all homeboys that actually stood and lived by what they said, bro. That man said, if one of us gets on, we're going to come back and get the other. D12 came out with 2 albums, and both of them bitches went platinum. He went, blew up, came back like, yo, y'all ready? D12, Devil's Night, D12's World. Blew them niggas up, bro. And they would have still been going had an RIP Proof, bro. Everybody gotta say that, but if Proof wasn't gone, bro, that would have still been going. Imagine what D12 would have been right now if it wasn't still going. Cause when they hit your soul, bro, yeah, it break you apart, but all M gotta do is pull that back together for Proof, bro. If he do that for Proof, bro, just do a D12 album and name it Proof, bro. And all y'all just go in crazy for Proof one time, bro. And it's gonna go crazy, man. That man went out, met Dr. Dre off the first album. He like, yo, got y'all, let's go. Came out with the second album, bro, D12. Devil's Night came, right?
back then it wasn't like it is now, where it's like, you know, you could fucking just record on your computer and send the shit out to the world. We had to get a fucking record deal. We didn't get a record deal. That was it. We were fucked. Yeah, man, but it was just a different time, an exciting time in my life.
On this song, Discombobulated, man, you have production by Dr. Dre. Was this, was this intended to be the last song on the project?
Nah, it wasn't when I recorded it. So I was like, there's a couple ones that I was going through, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna let me sit with that one for a minute, and if I can keep the hook, but just write different thoughts to it. So that's kind of how that came about. It was just writing new verses and just keeping that hook.
This is going to be super random, man. But you know, did you really have a pool in junior high?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's the meanest dog I've ever. And one time I was looking at him in the face, like just talking to him, and he fucking bit my nose.
Oh my god!
Lunged at me and bit my nose. Pookie, that little fucking dog, man.
I wanted to ask because I'm like, yo, he seemed.
Nigga, what song you talking about a poodle? What the fuck song you talking about? About a poodle in junior high, bro.
I've ever. And one time I was looking at some, was just writing new verses and just keeping that hook.
This is going to be super random, man. But you know, did you really have a pool in junior high?
I'm gonna tell you something. That's the meanest dog I've ever. And one time I was looking at him in the face, like just talking to him, and he fucking bit my nose.
Oh my god!
Lunged at me and bit my nose. Pookie, that little fucking dog, man.
I wanted to ask because I'm like, yo, he seems like a Rottweiler type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Me, I grew up in the South Bronx. I'm more of a pit bull type of guy. That's what I have right now. But when I heard the poodle, I was like,
You did that for the New Year's too, huh? Come here. Well, hello. Happy New Year's to you too. Huh? Look, baby number 2. Say hello. Huh? Y'all just all up for the New Year's, huh? Wait, don't be shy now. You did all that noise.
wow, this is definitely discombobulated.
I'm gonna tell you some funny shit because that is one of the reasons I wrote that line. That's one of the things that inspired me to write that line. Like when we lived on Dresden, we had somebody stick a dead kitten's, cut a kitten's head off and stuck it in our mailbox. So hence was the.
Stop playing. Cut a kitten's head off, stuck it in the kid mailbox. Stop playing. That's from the Slim Shady. You got a whole attitude, little girl. What's your problem? Can I talk? Can I talk now? Like, I mean, the video was almost over. I didn't know I was gonna have cameo. You did?
The line when I said I'm back on the Mathers LP, I used to get booked.
Exactly. The Mathers LP. I'm not fucking stupid. So it wasn't Slim Shady LP, it was Mathers LP?
Cut a kitten's head off and stuck it in our mailbox. So hence was the line when I said I'm back on the Mathers LP. I used to get punk and bullied on my block till I cut a kitten's head off and stuck it in his fucking mailbox, so whatever, it said something like that. And that was one of the things that inspired that thought, was like a lot of that shit is like true shit and I just flip it. You know what I'm saying?
But hopefully somebody will go ahead and stick Music to Be Murdered By side B, and you know, you go ahead and got it as a gift.
And then in their mailbox, go get it. Put the Music to Be Murdered By in your mailbox
right now.
You know what I mean by mailbox. If you don't know what I mean by mailbox, you probably should turn this interview off.
Well, I'm gonna let them go ahead and go enjoy the music, and also say Happy New Year to them and Happy New Year to you, Eminem. I appreciate the time and you coming up here to be with us on Shade 45, brother.
Thank you, man. Happy New Year.
That was Eminem taking you on a trip through his new album.
Straight like that, man. Happy New Year, bro. This video gonna be long as hell, but I wanted to give y'all a New Year's surprise. You feel me? Okay. You hungry, bro? Yeah. Well, now you can see it. You don't want to cry no more when you see yourself, huh? It look crazy when you crying, huh? catching the visuals. Yeah. Anyway, man, I love y'all, man. Flame Gang, listen, be safe, bro. Stay in the house if you drinking, bro. If you're drinking or smoking or whatever your vice is, stay in the house. Don't be out there driving, bro. You feel me? Flame Gang, I love y'all, man. We finna take over to 2021. Yay!